My name is Matthew Gilbert, and I welcome you to my presentation of Pedagogy, Socially, 7 Strategies for Curating and Creating Curriculum with Social Media. Now, before we go any further, in the spirit of this, I want to let you know that I have a hashtag specifically for my presentation. If you use Twitter, if you're inspired to do so, I welcome you to tweet out any pictures, facts, statistics that you find interesting. So why will you use social media to curate and create curriculum? How about this? 92% of teachers say that the internet has a major impact on their ability to access content, resources, and materials for their teaching. It's really independent of grade level. There's so much out there. It's just such a robust resource, you can't help but leverage it. 78% of teachers use social networking sites like Facebook and LinkedIn and Google+, Twitter. 69% of teachers also say that the internet has a major impact, and this is the key, I think, to this presentation, on their ability to share ideas with other teachers. And really, if you think about what social media is, the key word is social. So the idea is to help others as they help you. So how do the 7 social media strategies work? The first strategy is to collect, create, and share knowledge. The example I have here, the picture, and why I wanted to use this is that I actually used Google Docs to help develop this presentation. So when I was first coming up with ideas of what I wanted to say and how I wanted to say it, I created a Google Doc and shared it with a group on Facebook. The next is to actually engage with virtual communities of practice. And this is what I was talking about on the previous slide. Find those online communities where there are like-minded individuals, personally, professionally, whatever topic you teach, whatever grade level you're at. So I was mentioning earlier, does this apply to kindergarten? I'm sure if you look hard enough, you could find plenty of resources for kindergarten instructors online. What I like about Reddit, and what you might like too, is that there's a lot of depth. There's a lot of information from people who are actually using things. It's very interactive, and it's very topical and timely. The Facebook group is a really great resource. For me, especially as an expat living abroad, it's become both a professional resource and kind of a personal water cooler way to keep connected with colleagues back in the States or elsewhere in the world. One recent thing that I started doing with 2 of my excellent students, we created WhatsApp groups to help make sure that the students understand what the assignments are. So with regard to the virtual community of practice, this is the group I was talking about. It's an incredibly useful group, people all over the world, people who have taught abroad, people who have taught online, developed courses, there's administrators, people who are getting their doctorates, people who have their doctorate. It's a wide range of people all committed to the educational profession. I actually encourage many of you, if you're interested, to join the group. Strategy number 3, identify, archive, and share information. The screenshot over there is a service called Delicious. And what Delicious is, it's a way of basically posting a link to something you've read online and creating a short little summary of what it is. You can put hashtags for keywords, and then basically it's just available publicly. People can follow your lists. As you post content, they become notified of it. So if you're connected to people who all teach social media marketing, for example, as you find an article that you found interesting, they'll find out about it and say, oh, this is interesting, maybe I'll use this in my class as well. Strategy number 4 is to follow blogs, microblogs, which technically is what Twitter is, and content aggregators. The idea here being you want to basically become an information sponge. Consume as much information as you can from as many resources as you can. I would say 80 to 90% of the time I'm reading a news article, it's because I clicked a link from Twitter or from Facebook. Each of these blogging platforms also allow you to subscribe to different people's blogs. So as a blog post is made, you will find out about it. If you create a blog on WordPress.com, your content is compiled or pooled with other content, and you will see sometimes at the bottom of your own blog post, click here for similar links, or as you log into WordPress, you'll get notified of similar content. So it's a great way for you to just feast on knowledge. Number 5. Listen to, create, and share audio. The benefit of audio is that if somebody is offline or they're not in a place where they have a very fast internet bandwidth connection. The previous speaker mentioned that as a challenge. You can record your lectures as MP3 files. Your students can download them, and then other instructors can find them as well, and either use those specifically in class or just use those for research for their own curriculum development. We love pictures. So right here is a screenshot of my Instagram account. Those are all my Ferraris. No, I wish. Instagram is a great resource because it's very popular. In fact, there was a recent article saying that younger people are defecting from Facebook to Instagram and Twitter. Of course, that's ironic because Facebook owns Instagram, so they're not really losing anything in this. But it's becoming more and more engaging and more interactive. And even if you're just finding photos you can use in class to say, hey, look, here's a picture of the Abu Dhabi air races, the Red Bull air races in Abu Dhabi. This is what happened there. Or here's what a Ferrari looks like. Or here's whatever you can find. You can find all kind of pictures there by searching hashtags. Google Images is probably your path of least resistance. You just go to images.google.com and search for anything. And since it's Google, you'll find it. One thing to be careful of with Google Images is that often you are finding images that might be owned by other people or that you might not have the right to use. In education, you can often kind of get by with that. If it's commercial, there's bigger implications. One last recommendation is the Flickr Creative Commons. And when you go to this web address, what you're able to do is click on one of many different resources you would like it to search, and it looks for royalty-free images and even videos in some cases that you can use for your own curriculum development without any penalty or fee. So lastly, watch, create, and share video. YouTube is the critical mass of online video because so many people are there. But there are plenty of other ways you can post and share videos. One really great resource is the Internet Archive. You can actually use this for audio and video. And you can search videos and audios that you can use in your class. Twitter just allowed you to directly record video to your Twitter timeline, which I did a practice video of at the Red Bull air races in Abu Dhabi a couple weeks ago. And that was really interesting. It's similar to Instagram's video feature. So there's a lot of ways for you to share content and also consume content of a video nature. So lastly, what are the best social media practices? The first is to abide by all rules and regulations. And what I have here is a screenshot from the TRA website in UAE where they have white papers on how to use YouTube, Twitter, LinkedIn. So you're making sure that you're not using these tools outside the guidelines or restrictions of whatever city, state, country that you're in. You want to contribute to your community as well. It's okay to consume content, but at some point, take a chance and become a creator of content. Abide by cultural considerations. When I was making this presentation, I wanted to be mindful of not using an image on the cover that might have been uncomfortable or unsettling. Establish your area of expertise. What are you good at? Figure out what you're best at, focus on that, but don't be afraid to add other content. This is a hard one. Listen more than you speak. Now, ironically, I'm saying this as I'm speaking to you, but the idea being, if you're new to a tool or a platform, take some time to see how it works. Take some time to step back and see how people engage each other on it, and then jump in. Share to help, not promote. My whole philosophy as a teacher is to create an atmosphere of collaboration and creativity. And you can't really do that if you're only sharing things so that someone follows your link to download your ebook or your white paper or to sign up for your something. Last but not least, in the spirit of the golden rule, which is do unto others as you would have them do unto you, I would say tweet unto others as you would have them tweet unto you. So, be positive, be a contribution, help people, not hurt people. So lastly, quick summary: collect, curate, and share knowledge. 2, engage with virtual communities of practice. 3, identify, archive, and share information. 4, follow blogs, microblogs, and aggregators. 5, listen to, create, and share audio. 6, view, create, and share photos. And 7, watch, create, and share videos. I wanted to thank you all for attending and invite you to view a special thank you video. The web address is bit.ly/pedagogy socially thank you. From that video, you could download the document containing the links that I've mentioned in this video. Thank you very much.